Hey guys, welcome to a new video. I wanted to make this video today. I haven't posted in 2 days. Apologize for that. I figured I'd make this video today because I actually got an email yesterday about an update for the Redbubble Rocket Tagger tool. And you guys know me. Of course, I've been using it. I use it for myself, my virtual assistants, and it's been really profitable for me. So in this video, maybe a lot of people don't know that I use this tool. It's been about almost like I don't know, should I say a year that I haven't spoken about this tool? It's been a while. I have a lot of people that have been added to the following. Obviously, I'm not some crazy celebrity, but you guys know what I mean. There's a lot of people who haven't seen videos when I talked about this tool. And I was really talking about it in the heat of me uploading 60 designs a day, every day to Redbubble. I had virtual assistants going. I had a whole big thing going on Redbubble, and I still do. Obviously, things have tapered down now because, for the past few months, many months, Redbubble has set in a limit, of 30 designs per day. Ever since, a whole lot. Ever since that, really, a whole lot changes have been being made behind the scenes on Redbubble, and there's a lot to discuss here. I'm gonna leave a link in the description to an article that I'm writing, or that I wrote about specifically how to use the best Redbubble tag generator, which is this one, in my opinion. The website is called Bots and Apps. I'll just go ahead and show you here. botsandapps.gumroad.com. I do get a commission if you click my link in the description box down below. I think it's like either 10 or 15%, something like that. The tool costs $12.99 a month currently, and I'm pretty sure you can get a discount. If you buy it, if you buy it yearly, you can get a discount. $12.99 times 6. I'm not sure what that comes out to yearly. Every 6 months, but that's a discount as well. $39 every 3 months. So you guys see the deal. All right. This is the website. It shows you how to use the tool. It explains it. I'm gonna leave, like I said, my blog post in the link in the description so I can kind of explain a little bit more. If I didn't write the blog post, we'd be here for literally 8 days. Kind of explaining things, how it works, etc., or how I use it specifically to make money. But I'm going to give a synopsis. All right, I'm going to give you guys some details. So you guys know that I hire virtual assistants to work on my Redbubble stores for me, and I actually have them create stores for me so that they can focus on uploading there, and the money comes to me. And the way that works is I have the virtual assistant. Obviously, it's a trust-based system. Not all virtual assistants are completely trustworthy, but most of them are just looking for a payment up front, right? So, they want a salary, they want income, etc. And a lot of them, could obviously start their own Redbubble stores, but they're not interested to. They just want to make money. They want to get paid. They're not trying to create a whole system for themselves. It's just what they do. They're employees, put it that way. So, a lot of these employees they speak multiple languages, and English isn't their first language. And, for me, it makes sense to hire people overseas because the cost is dramatically less. If I hire somebody here from the U.S., it might cost me, let's say at the very least, $3,000 a month. But over there, with $3,000 a month, I can hire, 7 people, 8 people, and they're working part-time. You know what I'm saying? So, and that will give them not only some really good income, but they're not working 40 hours a week or anything tough like that. So it helps, right? And what I want to get to here and what I want to explain here is how I let them use the tool. So let's just pull up the word fish here. Okay, I'm going to pull up a completely neutral topic, fish, okay? There's a lot of different kinds of fish. There's a lot of different pieces of art. In fact, there's 322,000 designs. If you created a design for fish, you added fish as your keyword, and you expected to get sales, most likely, if you didn't do any marketing, if you didn't do any work whatsoever, let's just say literally, you created a design, added the word fish, and walked away, most likely you're not going to make any money, not even a penny. Because there's A, a lot of competition, B, there's no other keywords added, and C, you need traffic to make sales. So if you're not going to promote your design, right, and you're in a high competition niche, you don't have any other traffic coming in from any other keywords, and let's just assume your SEO is all knocked up, all jacked up, you're not going to make any money because traffic leads to sales, right? You have to have visitors who are interested in the design to make money. I think we all agree on that, and if we can all agree on that, we can move forward. Well, what happens is there's a lot of different keywords, and these keywords are found in the tags. Redbubble doesn't have an AI system that can detect which design goes to go above the other because of the relevancy of their tags. So how do they determine what's most relevant? If you look here, when I search the word fish, the selection here most relevant is what's chosen automatically. It's not what's trending, it's not what's newest, and it's not even what's best selling. So you have to ask yourself logically, why would Redbubble not show you what's best selling or what's newest or what's trending over what's most relevant? Why would they do that? Well, it's all based on algorithms. And these algorithms are formulas that pick what designs go first and what design goes 10th and what design is on the 100th page, right? It's a very logical and, it's very, very yes, it's based off statistical analysis, and I'll explain. The big question here really isn't about trending or newest. It's about best selling. Why is best selling not presented over most relevant? And it has to do with keywords, and I'll explain. If you show people what's best selling, it does not mean it's related to the keyword fish, and I'll explain. Let's say this design. This design is not number one. It's not even up here on the list for fish. It's not. But it's in the best selling. It includes the keyword fish in its tags. That's why it exists to begin with. But it's not the best selling for the keyword fish. If we checked out for what's really best selling for the keyword fish in the fish niche that is dedicated to the fish niche, then we have to look at most relevant, because Redbubble is presenting to the end user what is the most logical options based on the search that they present. What's best selling simply means what gets the most sales. That's all it is, but it does not mean that it's necessarily relevant from a keyword tagging perspective. Well, you have to take things a step back, and you have to ask yourself, why is it that Redbubble will select certain designs, right, that are not the best selling? Well, it's because of relevancy of keywords. How do they determine the relevancy of keywords? It's very, very simple. They determine the relevancy of a keyword based on all the designs in accumulation or in amalgamation to each other. Meaning, if I was to create, let's just say I was to create a brand new niche on Redbubble with the keyword goat, right? And I was to add the keyword goat to every single one of my designs. And let's just assume for a second that nobody else on the internet added a design for the keyword goat. And every single time I upload a keyword goat, I also add the keyword cactus, okay? The next time somebody searches cactus, assuming that there's no other designs for the keyword cactus as well, all my designs will show up. But let's just say somebody logical and somebody sound takes the goat design that they created and adds the keyword goat, right, but doesn't add the keyword cactus. It's more likely that they're going to rank in the very end, not in the beginning, because they didn't include the keyword cactus. Well, you might say to me, well, how is that? How is that the case? Because the keyword cactus has nothing to do with the keyword goat. And the answer is that's true, but it works based on relevancy. See, data tells us that all the other designs for the keyword goat include the keyword cactus in the tags, right? Except for this one, which means this is the one that is the odd man out, and it doesn't deserve to be ranked because it's not similar. It's not relevant to what the concept of goat is. You have to remember that Redbubble algorithms are not sentient beings. They're not human beings. They don't have logical brains. They don't know the difference between a goat and a cactus. They don't know if it's the same concept. It doesn't know a difference between a lamb or a goat. All it knows is that it's a different set of letters. And so this is why, if you've ever been on Redbubble and you search for something and then something shows up that literally has nothing to do with it, it's because simply it was just included in the tags, not because it was relevant. I want you to understand that. Now that's important. And the reason why that's important is because you as a seller, you want to get the most relevant tags for your business, for your designs, right? At the end of the day, if you do Redbubble properly, you're creating a business for yourself that not only is generating income, but has the potential to be very profitable if you know how to set it up properly. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. So this tool takes out literally all the effort. And what I mean by that is whether English is not your first language, whether it is or it isn't, doesn't matter. This tool will take the effort out. Let me go ahead and show you what I mean. If I click grab tags here, it's going to set me with a whole bunch of different tags that are most relevant to the keyword fish. And we can see there's tons of different designs here. I mean, you name it. There's 300 something thousand. These keywords, from a Redbubble standpoint, are the most important keywords to the keyword fish. There it is. They're the most important. So, like the word sea, the word ocean. What that means is, out of the 320 something thousand people that uploaded a fish design, most of them have the keyword ocean. Most of them have the keyword sea. Most of them have the keyword sea creatures in their tags. And realistically, Redbubble is going to be looking for that for a design that is deemed relevant. Now, if you remember in the beginning of this video, I mentioned something. I mentioned for those people who aren't doing any kind of marketing, they aren't doing any kind of SEO, they aren't going to do any kind of promotion, they won't get sales. And I specifically mentioned marketing. Marketing is important because marketing controls your sales on the outside, and I'll explain. If nobody likes your design on Redbubble, that doesn't mean you won't necessarily get sales, because you can take your design, you can post it on Instagram, you can post it on Pinterest, you can post it on Twitter, you can post it on Facebook, and you could get sales. If you get sales, technically, your design will start ranking upward. Let's face it, 99% of the people who sell on Redbubble do not do that. And so for them, it's kind of a lost cause. Whether they try their best to find the right tags and they don't, they're not going to get anywhere because they're not including the right tags. Or let me kind of rephrase that. It's not going to help them, or it's not going to get them anywhere if they don't do social media and they don't have the right tags. My point is, most people don't do social media. Most people don't do the marketing. I mean, you could just ask yourself, do you do the marketing for social media? You probably don't. Most people don't. I do. I explained to you guys that it's important, but most people don't. Let's just be honest, right? Or at least not as consistent as they should be, and most can admit that. The point here is that if you're not going to do the marketing and you're not going to force sales from an outside platform, then what are you reliant on? You're reliant on your keywords and your tags, your SEO, right? And all those kind of things that are included in that. Well, what makes that up is your tags. Your tags is by far the most important thing other than your design. Of course, your design has to look decent. In a common day, Redbubble kind of landscape, most people's designs should be pretty decent. You have AI tools, you have all kinds of tutorials online, all kinds of guides, all kinds of courses. Even I put out a design course that kind of helps you speed up the process, create really, really quickly, and create really well. The point is that most people shouldn't struggle with a design feature in terms of their art. And if we actually want to look at that, most people struggle with their tags and their traffic, because tags equals traffic. The better your tags are, the more relevant they are, the more money you're going to make, the more traffic you're going to have. And I'll explain. All of you can do this now. You can go into your Redbubble and see your traffic. If your traffic is low, right, then that means your tags are off. If your traffic is high, but you're not getting any sales, that means your designs are off. Does that make sense? Because if people are seeing your design, they're not buying. They're not buying because they don't like what they see. But if they don't even see your design to begin with, well, then you're not going to get sales, but they're not seeing it because of the tags. Does that make sense? So this tool takes all that work out of the equation for me. I don't have to sit there and worry and think about what tag should I use for this niche. Now, granted, some niches are smaller than others. And to be fair, the niches that are more specific and smaller and more intricate, I can think of keywords more, but at the same time, I could be missing out on certain good keywords. So I'll explain what I mean. I could search here the keyword Chinese dragon. Okay, I actually searched this one before, but I'll search Chinese dragon. And I'm going to pick something a little bit more specific. So like Year of the Dragon. I'm going to click on this actually for a second. Now, whether this is a good keyword or not is not the point, but this has 1,400 results. There are some keywords here within these 1,400 results that can actually help me boost my ranking if I pick them and if I include them in my tags properly. Let's watch what that happens here. So I hit grab tags. It's going to provide me with a list of tags. Let's go ahead and see here. So we have Chinese dragon, Asian, fantasy, beast, tattoo, things like that. And these are different keywords. I mean, blue dragon, Japanese dragon, white dragon, gems, orbs, things like that. There's all kinds of different, and you could see there's all kinds of different art and all things like that. If I wanted to rank for this keyword and other keywords related to Year of the Dragon, right? So like, let's say they were all in the niche. What I would do is I would take these keywords and I would create as many designs as I possibly could. as many as I could. And I would create variations in my designs. I'm not saying variations in color necessarily, but they could be completely different pieces of art, right? The art is really not the important part in this video. It's the tags. And I would amalgamate these lists of tags that are all relevant. They're all related on some sort of road. And let me explain. So when we searched Year of the Dragon, we got the keyword here, Japanese dragon. That's an example of a keyword that is right here, Japanese dragon. I can take Japanese dragon, I can copy it, and I can find more keywords off of the keyword Japanese dragon. So I'll hit search here, okay? And I'll use the tool to go ahead and do that for me. So Japanese dragon has 17,000 plus designs. It's a lot more competitive than the other niche. Well, I could be the lucky winner that instead of ranking for keywords in Japanese dragon, I could go for the easy money and go for the smaller niche. Now, I'm not always saying that smaller niches make you more money. There's a lot of intricate things that go into that. They could potentially be extremely profitable. It just depends on the situation. But anyways, I have a bunch of tags here, right? Now, obviously, with a certain sound brain, I'm going to have to discern which one is good for me and which one isn't. Like, for example, I personally would not use the word Dragon Ball Z or Goku or anything like that because those are words that are not necessarily related to the design that I'm creating. Some people do have some Dragon Ball Z designs here and some Goku designs and things like that, but it's not related in my case. So I'm going to look for keywords that are related. And actually, if I'm going in a specific niche, I'm going to pick more specific designs. And I'm going to amalgamate this list. I'm going to get a whole collection or a whole list of these keywords. I'm going to take these keywords and I'll apply them to my various designs. And I don't have to copy the exact same keywords in multiple different designs and expect that I'm doing good for myself. I can give myself some sort of break and essentially put in or inject these different keywords in different designs, knowing, and I could go to sleep at night very well, knowing that my keywords are not only differentiated, but I have different designs that can serve different needs. And I'll explain. If we go back to the niche here, and somebody searches for Year of the Dragon, you could see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? These 5 designs are basically the same thing. What if you can create a whole new different style of design? And I'm not going to get into specifics because I can't think of a design right now, but you know what I mean. Like, you can create all kinds of different magical stuff here. With the power of AI, with the power of the skills that we've learned here on this YouTube channel, so many different things, so many things that people are teaching when it comes down to design, you can create some really amazing stuff. But if you have the right tags, you can present all these different designs, and that's where you run into the situation where a customer might buy more than just one product. I mean, let's be honest, for everybody listening to this, has there ever been a time where you walked into a store or maybe even went on a website online and you knew what you were going to buy, like this one product, and then you found another product that really interested you as well and you bought both of them or all 3 of them together? I'm sure that's happened to a lot of people listening, and I'm not the only one that's happened to. And it just so happens that Redbubble is the same thing. And you also have to remember the logical psychology of customers who come to Redbubble. People who come to Redbubble are not necessarily trying to save money, right? These are completely commodities. They're stickers, they're shirts, backpacks. They could buy backpacks at Walmart for $5, $10 a piece. They could buy t-shirts for $5 a piece. They don't need to, spend extra money, 20, 30, 40 bucks for a t-shirt or something like that here on Redbubble. They don't have to do that. They're coming here because they want to see a specific design. But the design doesn't choose, it's not the reason why they're seeing the design. The tags are, and the tags are the movable factors. They're the vehicle to get to the customer. So how does this tie into virtual assistants? Well, like I said, I have virtual assistants that English is not their first language. And to be honest, it's harder for them to think about the right keywords to add. And I can't expect that from a virtual assistant. They're not experts. They don't really have experience in Redbubble as much as they should. Especially even before their job, they might have zero experience. They might not even know what the website is. So if they're going to work for me on Redbubble, I need to be able to provide them the right tool that can provide keywords for them, right? And even if they didn't know what they were doing at all, and they didn't understand the English language at all, they could just come here, copy and paste keywords, even blindly, and still give me a better chance of making money than everybody else. And I'm not saying that from a a perspective of like demeaning somebody else from a different country. That's not the case, but it does help dramatically, right? And there's a lot of language barriers. I mean, I'm sure you guys are familiar, but there's a lot of language barriers, and this helps dramatically, right? I can't educate somebody on something that they just don't know. So I give them the tool, right? And it saves like 100% of the effort. There's not much I need to do from that point. So I give them a starter keyword. They have the designs, and then they go crazy uploading. So that's their job, and that's what they do, and it works very well. And I've been doing it now since last year, about Q2. I've been training some virtual assistants. They've been doing it for me, and I've been expanding ever since. I'm currently at 4 virtual assistants. I've been at 4 for a while at this Redbubble thing, and also they are responsible for uploading to Society 6. I have one of them doing some work for me on Etsy, and I have 2 others working on Zazzle, and it's been doing great. And they're all part-time. I pay them, a decent amount, and they're uploading to Redbubble. It's kind of like a routine system every single day, and it works really, really well. And it's just a matter of uploading these assets, and these assets produce income, and it's great. All right, so I figured I'd make this video, kind of show you guys how it works. I can talk more about the power of this tool and how I made money using it. And like I said, I'm leaving that link in the description box down below for a blog. If you want to check out the blog, I'm gonna have a link that says read the blog post. I'll leave it down there. I genuinely think this is the best tagging tool out there. It's helped me significantly. I can't even explain how much it's helped. And I'll leave the link in the description box down below, along with the affiliate link to the tool. Once again, I don't think I get that much. I think I get like 10 or 15%, something like that. I think 15. I could be wrong. Percent. And the tool costs like $12 a month. So I'll leave a link in the description. Check it out, and I'll see you guys soon. All right. Peace out. Bye.